Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. Today we're going to look at an issue that arose in the discussion forum this week. What information is a body corporate entitled to demand of the owners? Can they ask for the number of occupants? Can they ask for the motor vehicle registration numbers? Can they ask for the number of pets, dogs, cats, birds? Can they ask for the name of the maid or any helper and the days on which that person is on duty, and whether or what access? Do they have pedestrian keys? Do they have a motor gate controller? How does that work? When schemes ask for information, there is going to be an immediate question, and this was something I highlighted in the discussion forum, people saying, be careful, don't collect any information that you don't actually need, because you might then, as custodian of that information, have duties. Mike Addison, the insurance expert, was very strong on that. Be careful, don't keep information that you don't absolutely need. Myberg Brink also said, well, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to sell the information? Why would you need a whole lot of information? Mark Bouchard gave a good reason for keeping information, and that is if voluntarily people are prepared to give you a doctor's name and number or a contact for themselves where you can get hold of them if there's trouble of some sort of the scheme, that certainly does make sense. But the bottom line is the Sectional Titles Act and the prescribed rules don't give you the right to ask for a whole lot of information. They in fact limit it to details of dealings with your unit and that sort of thing. You also are legally obliged to tell them of any change of ownership or any mortgage. Now that, of course, they will know of any change of ownership because somebody will apply to them for a levy clearance certificate. But insofar as the rest of the information is concerned, where it's linked to some lawful right that the body corporate is exercising, such as we have a no pet rule or a 3-pet rule or whatever it is, then I am entitled to know how many pets you have at any given time, because that then links through to the enforcement of the rules. In the same way, if your scheme has restrictions or a rule that says you've got to give things like registration numbers of cars, then in those circumstances you can ask for them, but otherwise you can't. And be careful, asking for details of when your maid comes and how she gets in. That sort of thing can be misinterpreted, and you really don't want people knowing when there are others there and when they're not. So, in other words, when the place is likely to be empty could be deduced from that sort of information. So be careful. Asking for emergency contact details for the owners themselves, for a tenant, and for doctors and other support people, that's absolutely fine. But I think if you go any further than that, you could get into trouble. Thank you. If you have any further questions on this, let's deal with them again on the discussion forum.